Okay, let's go. All right, today is 30th of April 2021, Friday, and today is also the last trading day of the month. All right, so which means that we're going to go into May month very, very soon. Now, is it a sell in May and go away, or is that continue, let's buy? All right, what do you think, guys? How many of you think it's a sell in May and go away? So if you think it's a sell in May, please keyword sell in May. But you say that nope, you don't think so, it's a buy in May, then you just keep buy in May. All right, come on, let's do it. We're about 36 of you guys. I will not start until I see at least 10 responses. All right, either it's sell in May or buy in May. Let me hear you out, guys. Let me hear you out. Okay, I'm gonna wait for you guys. Yes, Arun will be buy la. Yes, I know you will say that. Okay, and you'll be right all the way. So congratulations to you. All right, that's Arun. How about the rest? I'm waiting for the rest. Okay, Michael says sell in May, number 2. So I need to have 10 responses before I continue. Jimmy says sell and go away. Okay. Brian says sell in May. Richard says sell in May. Anthony says still buy. So we have a mixed bag here, but a bit more to the sell side now. Come on, guys. A few more. 43 of you. But of course, if you're driving, please do not participate. Just listen, okay? Don't participate. Okay, Richard Yo says that it's time for a correction. Oh, okay, all right, okay. By the way, I met Richard during this week. It's pretty cool, right? And he lost weight. I didn't. Okay, Eileen says sell in May and go away. Okay, no more sell in May since trader can trade almost every time on the current technology. I totally agree with Johnny. Indeed. All right, 2 more. And let's do it. 2 more. Anybody? Yeah, 46 right now. I mean, it's cool to have everybody participating, right? Then it's more fun. All right, correct enough. Oh, is it, guys? Hey, hi, hello. Anybody around? 2 more, guys. Still don't have. Serious. Okay, so busy, huh, everybody? Okay, all right. Since I cannot get any more response, I will continue then. Okay, hold on. Let me just turn on my sound mode. Forgot to off it. Okay, all right. Now, to me, today's caption is an overstretched frothy market. All right, you know what's frothy, right? Okay, and second caption has 2, in fact. ARKK Out Innovation ETF. I'm very, very concerned. Really, I'm very, very concerned. So let me explain to you shortly now. Okay, let's take a look. Now, later on in the second part of the MAO, as usual, the second part is the alternate market views. Okay, I'll be covering why am I so concerned because of the coin, kept lowering. We saw that. Okay. Then, of course, after this, immediately I'll go into Carrywood because actually it's supposed to be at the back end, but I decided to move it in front. So that's why we'll be covering Carrywood in the fun part 1. Then I'll talk about the copper price and this one, the SPY versus the SPY skew. All right, this is something very interesting. I'll share with you later. Okay, that's the second part of the MAO. All right. Okay, Frothy. All right. Composed of small air bubbles. All right. So you can see that Jerome Powell is enjoying with the bull. Right. So apparently, even the small little bubble is not a problem. Okay, it's not a problem, and you can see what happened in the Dow Jones last night. Look at it. It was down 200 points at one stage, and then it recovered back 200 points. This is incredible, and this is how bullish the market is right now. All right, come on, don't tell me about it is because the stock is going up. No, if you look carefully, it's right. Most of the stock are not doing that well, but it's just selected counters are being pushed up. So that's why I'm telling you this. Yesterday I was having a football game. After the game over, right, a young man, right, about 25, 26, came to me and asked, "Hey, Kel, I heard you are involved in the stock market." I said, "Okay," and here and there. He asked me this, "Kel, is it a good time to buy into the stock market now? Because I see my uncle, my auntie all buying stocks and they seem to make money recently. But of course, nowadays they lost money, but they're very bullish. They say that the market will go even higher." So when I hear this, I straight away ask him his question. Your auntie, uncle, right, when that they started trading stock market? And he replied, "Oh, only recently." And I said, "Why recently then?" He said that because his friends and friends around them have made money, so decided to tell this uncle, auntie to buy. And now this young chap have never dabbled in stock market is asking me now for views and what to buy next. So when I see this as right, I know one thing for sure, we have a very bullish market. That's why even a friend of mine, this young man is getting involved in stock market. But more importantly is I realize that, right, the front part people make money, so they tell the back part people. And the back part people, when in the market now, now at the moment now not making money. So now the thing is this, where is the entrapment, right? So that is where I'm looking at. Okay, so in this cartoon, you can see that, right, the bear has technically had nothing to do right now. He can only move his place and move on, okay? While the bull getting fatter, okay, is enjoying with this Jerome Powell. So all I can say is this, as long Mr. Jerome Powell is in the office, and most likely he will continue his office, yes, indeed, the next 4 or 5 years, then I'm pretty sure that, right, the stock market will probably go higher in a matter of time, all right? So that's the reason why I'm saying this. Even there be a correctional move itself, right, the market may not sell as what we wanted, okay, unless something like a black swan event really come into the picture. Now, of course, I also received a technical, in fact, I received a SMS, a WhatsApp message regarding about 26th of May. All right, I know, so something of this is like that there's some there's some potential movement on 26th of May in terms of, all the astronomy stuff, but I will not go into there because I say is this, let's go to technical. But if you want to tell me that, just be very careful, I say, okay, fine. Now, sell in May, again, it's not say the best thing to do, but of course, prior to this, to May right now, the market have been climbing up quite a fair bit, right? So you can tell me it's overstretched, yes. But you tell me that it will crash, I will say that let's wait for a while and see, all right? So, oops, sorry, I didn't do my presentation. My PowerPoint wasn't done at this stage yet. Okay, sorry, let me just do some PowerPoint here. Gosh, sorry. Okay, so this guy, Charlie Bilelo, all right, apparently, right, at 7.5 trillion US dollar, the combined market cap of Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and Google is higher than the GDP of every country with the exception of USA and China. Oh my God. Indeed itself, right, the combined market cap of these four, AMAG, okay, these four of them, right, basically, wow, $7.5 trillion, my God. And Federal Reserve recently pumped in how much again? About 5 trillion. So the money goes where? Okay, that is how I see it. Anyway, to show you the picture here bigger, right, you can see that since 2020, at one moment it's 2020 is where the pandemic happened, right? So obviously we know that Federal Reserve pumped in about 3.5 trillion to $4 trillion. And of course, what happened at the same time, right, in 2020, after the pandemic is over in a way, okay, all right, because pandemic came in last year, 2020, February. So the market came off, right, to 800,000 value on average, right, of all of them. Now, oh my God, look at it. Oh my God, look at it. Oh, wow, look at it. In fact, the market shares of the four of them, right, went up by almost twice, if not thrice. Okay, almost there, okay, in the same 1 year. So you're telling me suddenly from pandemic time to no pandemic time, so-called, all right, suddenly everybody's sales exploded. Sometimes in life, you know the answer already, because when you put in so much money into the system, right, you know that will happen. So all this 2010 to 2018, right, this 7-8 years, right, when these companies actually really, getting their earnings up, right, okay, their growth is not that important because 1 year, right, they made so much money compared to the last 6-7 years. So you think, does it make sense to you? I think the answer is pretty clear. All right, any sensible investor will know that something is not correct here. But again, until the music stops. So no one need to be bothered by this until the music stops. Now, look at it now. This is incredible. This is the Redex, all right, bull bear, this ratio. My God, look at it. The chart of S&P 500. Wow, look at it. The way S&P goes up all the way, right? Okay, anyway, now look at this one, the bull bear ratio. Oh my goodness. The bull bear ratio itself, right, is at now 0.03. Oh my God, that means that, right, everyone is long. The bears are extinct already. Really incredible. It's never been seen before, right? For the last how many years? Last 23 years, the market have never seen such an incredible low level. We are talking about even Lehman crisis. We don't see this level at all. We talk about 2018, the taper tantrum. Also, we don't see this level. We are now basically in short itself. You take a stone and you throw in America or any investors, right? Any stone probably will just hit a bull. You won't see any bear. That's incredible, all right? So everybody is on one side of the world, okay? One side only, right? So what does it tell you, right? Two things. Stick to the bulls because this is where everybody is. Now, if not, be the oddball, walk to the other side and just wait. Wait, W-A-I-T. Wait, you can't do anything else. If you're the bearish person and you want the market to goes down, right? You have to wait because why? Everyone is on the other side. That's a point here. That is why the bull-bear ratio is skewed to 0.03. Oh my God. So that's why, my friends, seriously, you just have to wait, okay? For those who are bearish, you just have to wait. You cannot do anything else, my friend. So for those who are bullish, just continue buying. I mean, end of the day itself, just make sure stop loss is in place. The rest, you're fine, okay? All right. So why am I expressing concern for ARK? All right, there's a reason for that. That is very sure. Now, what's my reason? It's because that coin, COIN, all right, is down 9 days of 11 days since going public, okay? Now, why am I concerned for this coin that since that, this is just an IPO, right? Remember, I told you guys, how do we trade IPO shares on that day? You just take the closing price of the day that you IPO, right? And then draw a horizontal line across the closing price, which I believe that this is what they've done also for themselves. And after that, as long as the market stays below the line, you just have to you just get out, okay? And don't buy the share. I already said before, right? Very, very simple trading method for IPO, all right? I've been saying this for quite a while. You take the closing price of the IPO day, okay, the IPO day, you draw a horizontal line. If the market stays above it the next day and the days to come, this stock will go up. But if the market stays below the closing price of the IPO day and stay below it, right, it's a sell, you must get out or don't get involved. So you can see on that day, all the way, coin has been down. All right, now why coin? Then why am I so concerned on coin? What is the big picture here? If you didn't know about this, let me share this with you, okay? All right, because remember, Cathy Woods, okay? Cathy Wood, all right, have been buying this Coinbase, all right? So I'm going to move backward for you, okay? Let's see, the price is now at the low end, right? Okay, it's below $300 already. So I'm going from back, from 27th of April, she just bought another, she sells away some Square stock and bought another 25.8 million of Coinbase share. Okay, 25.8 million, remember that number, Okay, that's on 27th April, just recently, okay? Then we move back a little bit on the 26th of April, she went in to buy another 220,000 shares of Coinbase again, okay? That was one day earlier, okay? Then after that, okay, on this day, on the 22nd, right, she totally invested $580 million in this Coinbase IPO, okay? And of course, we know that, right, on the day itself, IPO day, all right, she also went in to buy $250 million of Coinbase. Okay, so you realize it, right, at the start, she whacked a lot, right? She bought some, quite a fair bit already. Then on IPO day, she bought 250 million. Then as the days goes by, right, she's still adding, but the number gets smaller. Why is she adding a smaller amount when the share price is getting cheaper? That's the first question, right? That's very contrary in a way. Second of all, is right, she's been buying. Okay, so in short, it's right, practically the one of the main buyer is her. So if she's buying so much itself, right, aren't you worried? Because why? If the share price goes up, no problem. She should be the champion, she become the Warren Buffett. But what if the share price go lower itself, right? That is a very big question. But of course, you may say, Kel, but isn't Coinbase doing cryptocurrency? So as some cryptocurrency is going up itself, right, there's no concern for that. I totally agree with you. That is only if cryptocurrency is actually going up. All right, so that's the point here. So is on how long can this stretch, or should you buy perpetually? If you're gonna hold this perpetually, I don't care, don't bother, then I'm fine. I think that is eventually maybe this one will go up, maybe. All right, but don't forget this out. This is a stock. So what happened is this: if there's more competitors coming in to replace or fight with Coinbase, right, then we have a problem. Okay, that means that generally, even though the cryptocurrency market may be going up, right, the company itself may not be doing that well. So that is another reason why I need you to be very careful on this, and why I say have to be very careful. Got the idea? Okay. Now, you look at ARK Innovation versus a Nasdaq. Look at the same timing. On the 12th of February, ARK Innovation hit $156. Nasdaq hit 14,095. Though that was a high for both counters. Nasdaq hit the all-time high, and so was the ARK Innovation. The problem is Nasdaq now is just also the same level. I mean, Nasdaq is still back to the same level, right? We're talking about the same level here. But look at ARK, is at $121, or in fact, it's down by how many percent? 10%? Nope. It's down by almost 22% from the all-time high level. All right. So this is actually very dangerous. All right. It's below it's at the bear territory, but the market just refused to talk about it. Okay. So what is my concern is this: if this is what the Nasdaq is showing, and this guy is at this is a different level here. The question is, what if Nasdaq? What if Nasdaq do pull back down? Right? What will happen to ARK Innovation? Now, do note, right? Many of ARK portfolio, right? Apparently, most of them are high beta counter. Now, high beta means what? High beta means that, right, the stock will go much faster when the market is generally good. But when the market in general is bad, right, this stock will come down even faster. So that is the reason why high beta stock, right, is very good, very sexy, but it must stay with the current trend. But if the current trend is up, but yet the stock is coming down, then we have a problem, okay? That is the reason why I'm expressing concern about this ARK Innovation. Okay, now I'm not against Cathy Wood, by the way. I think she's pretty good. Just that, right? The share price does tell me that you just have to be very careful, okay? Oh, sorry. Again, I didn't do this. I thought I did. Sorry, yeah. Gosh. Okay, so what happened is that, right, from Nasdaq, it's somewhere not that scared from anywhere. All right, so apparently, right, there is some big outflow on Nasdaq. Approximately from Nasdaq, from ARK Innovation ETF. So apparently, right, they detected about $123 million outflow. Okay, outflow. Now it's not a lot of money, but still, okay, for ARK, it's a hit for them. Okay. Now, why is that so as well, right? Well, let's take a look why. Now, because from this Wall Street Journal last month, 11th of March. Okay. Now, apparently, out of 165 stocks, including ARK actively managed ETF, 85 generated losses in their latest fiscal year. All right, that means that out of the 865 stocks they have back in March, right, 85 of them, which is about half, actually generated net losses in the latest fiscal year. So this is a concern. Now, think about this. If the last year the market is so good and these guys are still generating losses, the question mark is this: if the market do pull back, let's say, you pull back, then what will happen then? So that is the reason why I'm again expressing my concern. So is that a problem about, well, if ARK Innovation really get into trouble, example, a lot of investors who copy her homework will be in trouble too, all right? So that is my point here, my friends. I know that, some of our members also have ARK Innovation portfolio, right? Because apparently one local trainer is calling for it. Just follow Cathy Wood, you'll be fine. Well, if you did in 2020, exactly, if you did it, you'll be doing very, very well. But unfortunately, this year itself, okay, when so many eyes on it, that's why I think what I always say is, when someone get a little bit more famous, and then when it's blood in the water, sharks will arrive. All right. So that's my point here, and I want to share this with you. Okay. Again, nothing against it, but I just letting you know. All right. And of course, the other thing that I want to let you know is this counter. Yesterday, I told you guys about this Tesla. Oh my God. Look at Tesla. Okay, man, Tesla, I told you guys, Tesla will come down to $674, and Tesla really did. Tesla yesterday came down to $674. In fact, the other number I gave was $669, and it also triggered. Now, the last one will be $659. That is the next Tesla level, all right? So if you remember that I called for Tesla to sell, all right, I called for Tesla to sell, please key the word spot on, all right? If you think that you give me this compliment that I say that Tesla will come down, all right, please key the word that's spot on, okay? All right, because I remember telling you that, right, even though the price was going up, but the KSI is rated to be very careful. I remember the moment there's any sign of weakness in the counter, we will see selling. And indeed, wow, look at it, Tesla came all the way down. So today I'm looking at 659. If the market can come to 659, it'll be a good level to just buy back and close shop to see the next week itself. All right. Now the thing is this, again, I'm a big fan of Elon Musk. Trust me, I'm a very big fan of Elon Musk. Okay, I really like him at all. I really like him. And if you actually watched the sharing yesterday, I did say that, right, about this I did talk about that. Elon Musk on next Saturday, right? He will be on a Saturday Night Live, right? Watch out for what he'll say, because he will help you guys on the buying Dogecoin. All right. So I'll be watching it, and we see what he will say on that day, and then what will happen to Dogecoin. But I think prior to that, Dogecoin could be going up once they find a little base. Okay. So why Tesla come down, right? Of course, there's a lot of ongoing rumors. I'll cover this tomorrow on Monday, MAO. But main point is this, right? This doesn't look too good. But again, I say this counter overall, once you find a good base, it could be a good time to buy back into Tesla again, okay? All right, so that is my point for Tesla. Thank you guys to remember that I mentioned about this Tesla. Appreciate that. Thank you very much, okay? Right. Okay, so that is on this ARKK. All right. So before we start this morning, again, I have to, always hear this quote of the day to just innovate and just to push everybody, motivate everybody up. So this is for Mahatma Gandhi. All right. All right, the future depends on what we do in the present. And I tell you, this guy is very, very important. All right, what you're doing today will really pave way for your future. And what I'm doing right now by helping you guys, because I know that, right, by helping you, you guys make money, I will also make money later, right? So that's why let's help one another to do this, okay? So, so warning has been given. I hope that you guys can see it. So, let's us do something for our future, right? Starting from today, okay? Cool. All right, so disclaimer as usual, before we start this morning, MAO, once again, just take note that on what I started earlier to now, do note that I'm just giving you my personal take and my personal viewership of the market, all right, my own opinion. End of the day, you have to carefully consider what you're doing. And of course, please understand this, once you continue from this moment here, please accept that you have identified me, all right? I'll give you 5 seconds now. If after my 5 counts and you're still around, that means that you have agreed to this disclaimer, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you very much. Let's continue. All right, so let's talk about some global news first. US GDP is good. Okay, apparently consumer-fueled economy pushes GDP to 6.4% in the first quarter gain. That is a very powerful gain, my God. 6.4% is very, very good in terms of numbers, okay? It's like in the level of this is, it's like, I don't think Singapore go near that at all. So the question mark is this: how come USA, right, with the #1 country having so many people having COVID cases, can still clinch a 6.4%, and country like Singapore can't do that? That is a big question mark. But of course, like I say, this is how the power of money drives things. So anyway, this is what happened, okay? So the GDP is doing well, and even the economies, they got it correctly because they're looking at 6.5, and of course, it is spot on. So they are so good with this, they can actually tell you exactly so accurate, but yet come to non-farm payroll, they just screw it up every week, okay? So that is my point here. So thing is this, US is doing good, okay? Simple as that, and they have numbers to back them up, okay? So that's why you can see the stock market going up. But the pending home sales, right, also interesting, right? Pending home sale was supposed to go up, but apparently, right, the price of the sales, the prices of the home are going up, okay? But the sales are actually dropping. Now, that is a very important point. Now, if you actually look back in all major market correctional move, at one point, you will see that the property prices going up, and that's a very telltale sign that the economy is doing well. But there will be one point whereby the prices kept going up, but the home sales have to drip a little bit, and that is one of the signs. Because people can't afford anymore, or the demand is no longer that excessive, but the price is going high because the demand, the greed is there, right? So this is something that I want to share with you, and this caught my attention, okay? So the market was actually expecting a 5%, but apparently, right, the number came out only 1.9%. So this is quite a far different, right? Why 5% and 1.9? So all I can tell you is this: just a bit careful, because the market could be a little bit overstretched right now, and you do not want to carry the baby at the wrong time. But again, like I say, even Singapore right now, you can see a lot of resales are going very well. So maybe this one off, maybe next one will be back to better numbers again. So you guys make your own decision, okay? My job here is to share with you all this important information. Now, the only thing that I'm very concerned right now is the Singapore community cases for the COVID-19, all right? So 16 new community cases. Now, before you jump and go crazy, please understand this. Among the 16 cases, right, actually two main clusters. The largest cluster is 8 cases that is linked to the immigration and checkpoint IC officer, right? Remember? Who was deployed in the Changi Airport Terminal. And 7 of them are his family members. So my kanchong, okay, relax a bit. The only thing is that because family members, right, they would have walked around and then been spreading. So that is the only thing that we are a bit afraid of, okay? So this is one. The second cluster, okay, is the one that linked to the nurse at Tan Tock Seng Hospital, right? Remember? It's a doctor, health assistant, and 6 patients, okay? So this one, again, of course, doctors, they go around and then, but I'm sure he put on mask. So maybe not so bad. So overall itself, right, we do have a number increment. That day when we have 2, I told you we have 4. After 4 itself, I told you we will see a next number. And I think the answer is clear already, okay? So logically speaking, what's the next number? I think you can roughly guess, okay? But am I not speculating this? All right, you could be in big trouble. But I'm just telling you guys, mask up. I've been saying this repeatedly, mask up. Keep your distance and then please stay safe, okay? Get yourself all the wash your hand and then make sure that when you do contact point, right, do use common spoon and utensils so that you can actually protect yourself, right? This is very important. Don't play with it, okay, guys? Please do that. All right, but of course in America they don't see that point. Apparently, in America, New York, okay, New York City, they say they will reopen on the July the 1st. Okay, so we have cases like India rapidly blowing up, and then we have other countries like from France to Italy to UK still running up, and yet our America, New York City, say no problem. The mayor bill says that let's go. So maybe because of that, it's all right. That could be pushing the stock market even higher. All right. So this mayor is very confident. He's very confident, say that don't worry, we are all fine to go. So even though we have 923,000 cases with 332,000 of death, no problem. Let's continue. All right. Because I say that people are getting vaccinated, no problem. Oh, okay. So the question is this, right? Only 36% of the adult population is fully vaccinated. But I think we all have seen it, right? I'm sure our doctors are also vaccinated. And then what happened? You understand my point? So all I can tell you this is that sometime in life is so interesting. Okay? They know, but who cares? As long as there's money to make, who really cares, right? I'm sure the mayor understands this very well. So all I can tell you this, let us brace ourselves and hope that everything goes well. So this Saturday, Sunday, when you go to your church or you go to your temple or anywhere with religions of prayers, please pray for everybody's good sake, because you don't know how connected we are. Who knows, your friend and my friend actually are friends. Who knows, your family members and my family members are actually friends. So all these things are about connection, all right? Please, all right? Don't just care for yourself. Care for everyone around you, all right? You never know how close we are connected, okay? All right. So we have all the earnings right now. All the big tech companies have done it, okay? Even this morning, Amazon result was fantastic, all right? Amazon was really incredible. $100 billion. Oh my God, sales. Okay. But still, end of the day is that share price went up over after market, but in the equity market, the index didn't really follow through. So that's my concern. Now today, last one, I think the big one will be Chevron and Alibaba. Now Chevron, Warren Buffett bought this share, right? So maybe we'll see Chevron doing well. Right. Alibaba, obviously we'll look at how it happened. Let's look at Alibaba shares, by the way. Let's do a quick one. Let's do a very quick one on Alibaba shares. Alibaba. Okay, Alibaba. Okay, we can see that, right? Yesterday also was below pivot 2. So CCYR below pivot 2. All right, this day chart, right? It's a sell yesterday, but KSI is green. So maybe, let's see. If the market break up again, right, it could be a buy. Right, let's take a look. All right. Okay, that is Alibaba. Okay. So Dow Jones, you can see right in the morning, in the night, okay, earlier, it went up first, then there was some selling, it bring all the way down 200 points, okay, then at the stroke of midnight, wow, change, okay, straight away, no news, no nothing, no reason, okay, the stock market just rally all the way to close at a high. I mean, seriously, don't tell me there was good news. There was no good news at all, right? Don't tell me that you're buying because of Amazon. Come on, man. Really? Serious? Okay, this is just simply put, cannot go down means cannot go down. All right? And I've been saying this, guys, really, if you are basically short in the market, you have to take profit fast, because these boys are there anytime to just come back and go for the kill. All right, that's why I've been telling you this. If you want to short the market, just take profit, okay? Just take profit along the way. Don't just jump in. Okay, so, right, so let's look at it. Because of strong earnings from Facebook and Apple, come on, the earnings was already out in the morning yesterday. So it's not about the earnings, sorry, my friends. It's not about that, because actually, right, okay, let me just bring it to you, okay, one more time. You see my point, huh? Okay, let's bring in Apple. You see that? Apple opened, it gapped up in the morning. Apple gapped up in the morning, and you see what happened to Apple? Apple gapped up in the morning and went all the way down. All right, it went all the way down, okay? So this is what happened, okay? This is what actually happened. So it's not about Apple. How about Facebook then? Okay, Facebook, you see that? It's a gap up, right? So basically it's a gap up. But then after that, you see it's sideways all the way at opening price. So it's not, okay? It's just because that these two counters have their earnings, okay? So what happened? Let's take a look. So what happened? Well, it went up because of the, again, there's blowout earnings from Apple and Facebook. Well, we saw reality. It doesn't really happen that way. All right, so we have basically they are just buying because they just want to buy and they need to put something inside the script, okay? So basically it's all about them. And of course, I think this is more likely the answer. Joe Biden, the president, 100-day, okay? On Wednesday evening was yesterday, okay, he came in and said that, okay, we are doing well and we have this, going to have infrastructure coming in and 1.8 trillion, So, of course, it's 100-day for him. It's a very important day. You look at how the two ladies, all right, Kamala Harris, okay, and what's her lady name? Suddenly, what's her name? Nancy Pelosi, right, standing right behind him, okay, and both of them were so supportive, okay. When there's strong woman behind you, I can tell you this, any man can succeed in life, and I can tell you this, Joe Biden is definitely enjoying himself, okay. So my point is this, that is probably the reason why the stock market went up. Tell you, right, that is a real reason, in my opinion, okay. But whatever it is, the 100-day is over, so this 100-01, let's see how I do. But at the moment now, kind of agree that he did pretty good, all right, for America. I mean, of course, some traders say they miss Donald Trump because Donald Trump, when he's around, right, wow, the market is crazy and there's so much money to make. Well, Joe Biden is a little bit slow, but again, that's why I say, when you compare McDonald's with KFC, you get the same answer. Okay, all right. So this is how I see this. Okay, anyway, for news right now, Microsoft, slips, but Apple shares went up. And, majority is up because of the focus on the tax hike plan, but end of the day, people still like it go through. And of course, all the tech shares are the one that's going to lead the movers. So basically, in short, it's out, right? The news are telling you that don't worry, be happy, enjoy life, go long. Okay, that is what I'm seeing right now every single day. And apparently, it's working. Okay, apparently, it's actually working right now. Okay, so quick recap before we look at Hang Seng market. Okay, now quick recap. Now, yesterday, the Dow Jones, again, it was an inverse pivot, meaning the market, the pivot point is very sensitive. So when the market was here, the opening price was above the pivot 1, right? The KSI was green, so very, very simple. When the market break below pivot 1, you can sell, but you must go for fast profit, right? But if the market recovers and goes above pivot 1, and it's an inverse pivot, so most likely the market will go up instead, all right? That is that simple as that. So is that really what happened? Well, you can look. Now, initially, you see that the Dow Jones went all the way up, so that's why above OP, right, you can buy, you can see that. But interestingly, when the moment this happened, okay, a BNB out of nowhere came out, right? I think the cash market came in. A BNB came in, CCYR, trigger KTR -1. If you sell, you can see the market instantly give you profit. I think that was where some of us cover our short position, right? Very good. But when the market, right, just couldn't go down anymore, you realize this is a CCRY. Color change on pivot is very powerful. I repeat myself thousands of times already. When you see a color change happen at the pivot point, it's very good. But because remember, this pivot is meant, when we created this pivot, right, it's meant for U-turn point, all right? So that's why whenever you see color change at pivot, it's a very strong buy or sell, okay? Now, of course, this case, there was no BNB, all right? Or there is, hold on a minute. Okay, a bit forceful, but it is a BNB, sorry. Okay, can you see that? There's a BNB right here, all right, the red bar there, okay? So this BNB was there because this whole CCRY is part of it. So this is a CCRY, okay, with color change at pivot and also a BNB which crosses, the RL crosses, the yellow bar crosses it. Hence, therefore, this was a strong buy, all right? This is a strong buy. And of course, the KSI turning green confirm it, all right? So overall itself, this is the reason why, based on chart-wise, this is how you should be buying yesterday at the bottom, all right? So cool, understand this? All right, good. Right, how many of you have made money on the short side yesterday? If you are short and make money, can you keep the word short, won? If you actually make money on the long side, can you keep the word long, won? I mean, LONG, WON, all right? Or you short, you won money, or you won on short, all right? Also can, all right? Let me know how many of you have traded and how many are won on the long side or won on the short side. Okay, let me know. Because yesterday, the short side will make money, the long side will also make money, all right? As long as they follow rules, okay? All right, waiting for your answer. Let me take a water break. Okay, Arun said that long won, long still winning, long always win. Woohoo! Okay, I totally agree with you. Okay. Okay, let's look at the Dow Jones on the conventional chart. Okay, wow, look at it. How did the market rebounded at MA30, right? Incredible. Yesterday, the Dow Jones came down all the way to the MA30. The low was at 33,729. And remember, the MA30, I told you, was 33,740. And amazingly, once it touches there, that's how the Dow rebounded. I mean, this is the point you guys are paying it for, right? Every morning you wake up to listen to my MAO. These numbers are very, very important. And look at it, it touches the MA30 and rebounded. That's why you see, if you have bought it at 740 and now you have really up by at least 300 points. So imagine this, every morning, this is why you're on MAO, all right? So today, MAO number, you'll be watching me now, telling you this, the MAO number today for the Dow will be this point here. And that is 33,786. Write it down somewhere, my friends. Use it to advantage, okay? 33,786. Now, of course, dear all, okay, I'm doing it live right now. So, of course, you actually can pinpoint the exact number. I can't. Don't forget, the MA is moving as the market is moving. Okay, so definitely it's all right. It won't be that accurate. And of course, if you're using a different broker, you have different data. Obviously, we have a different technical point. So my point and your point may not be the same, okay? So don't get too much into this. Now, MLP for today, right, let's take a look. The MLP for today is 33,925, okay? So basically, right, if the Dow Jones want to have such support, right, you'll be at 33,925 level, okay? The MA30 is about 33,786. Now, do note once again, the MA30 and MLP will change numbers every single day. All right, you cannot just stick it there perpetually. It doesn't work that way. Okay, all right. Now the MA200 is pretty far away at 31,000, so we just give you a miss. But at the moment right now, we are seeing this happening. Okay, guys. So do note. This is also a BMB. Yesterday, the Dow Jones is a BMB. So the high will be a critical resistance. The low will be a critical support. All right. So watch out for this. The high and the low of the Dow Jones from today onwards is going to be a very important resistance and support unless a new BMB is formed. Remember this. This is very, very, very important. I'm going to draw this for you. The high is important. The low is important. Okay. Very, very important. Okay. Watch out for these two numbers. Okay. Cool. All right. If you can understand what I just say about the Dow Jones, you understand the BMB. All right. Can you key the word BMB right now, everybody? If you can, key the word BMB. There are 86 of you. Come on, man. And just let's have 10. Okay. I know you're going to be busy right now. Market is going to open up soon, or you are now in the office. If you can, key the word BMB. All right. And then let us take a look. Okay, remember that as a BMB, and then BMB actually touches the MA30 and rebounded. So that's why I think that, you need to be very careful on this. Okay, there's going to be potentially there's a big movement on the way up, because whenever BMB is around, right? Remember this? I told you boys are in. When the boys are in, you just want to be very careful on that. All right, thank you guys. Once again, 10 of you have already texted. Good, thank you. Okay, so let's look at the weekly chart first for the Dow Jones. Well, the Dow Jones weekly chart has pulled back strongly, so we could see a positive candle instead. So that's what watch today's market, all right? Okay, for today, the Dow Jones right now, let's take a look. For the Dow Jones today, day chart wise, is a CCRY. Okay, today Dow Jones is a CCRY. So actually above OP will be a buy. So traders take note of that. KSI is green, so it's going to be more towards upside. Okay, stay above OP if it will buy. Below OP is a sell. But today's inverse pivot again. Oh my God. All right. So again, this 2 point we're withdrawing it. So the market will likely stay at the OP for quite some time. Okay. All right. Look at the Hang Seng. Before that, we have the China A50. China A50 gap up a little bit, a bit flat, but it's now very near at the MA200. Okay, so likely there'll be flat opening for today, Hang Seng. Okay, flat opening in Hang Seng. But of course, Hang Seng yesterday went up, right? Closed down a little bit. With the Dow Jones up 200 points, maybe it'll gap up a little bit more. Gap up a little bit more, then come down, maybe. All right, let's take a look. I can see very clearly. But MA30 is here, so that means the market should be quite positive. MLP today is somewhere here. at 29,166. Okay, oops, Hang Seng has opened as I said. Hang Seng gap, wow, what happened? Hang Seng gap up, but immediately sell off, wow, 150 points in such a freaking, wow, that was so fast. Let's take a look what happened. My God, I don't have time to do this. Shit. So what is happening, my friend? Okay, wow. Oh my God, look at it. Oh my God, and look at it, the way he hit the KTR -2. Oh my God. Wow, look at it. It gaps up, right? And immediately, zoom, it came down so fast. Okay, wow, this is fast. Okay, now I want to warn something, everybody. Take a look at the top side. Okay, look at the top of this candle right now, right? This is the high-low close of this candle. You notice that the high and the opening price is the same, 29,173.5. The opening also the same, the high is the same, right? Usually when we see this, we call it flat top. And for a market opening price and flat top come down, it's not very nice, okay? So two things I can tell you very openly, very easy. I tell you, listen to me, very important. Number one, if the Dow Jones, if the Hang Seng continue to go down, right, that means today, right, because of this opening price, same level, right, that means someone have a very big sell order to dump in the market. So that means today the Hang Seng may go down all the way down to this point, 28,893 easily, all right, if this can continue. The other way is if the Hang Seng later on go past the opening price, right, the Hang Seng will shoot up very fast to this point. That means if the Hang Seng go up later on, right, it will come up to this point, 29,266, very fast one. Okay, I think it's going to happen soon. Well, it's going to happen soon, possible. All right, let's see how it goes like, right? So I give you two numbers already. It should be doing that, okay? Because when you have such a big order coming in, I believe that was a big order. That's why the opening price and the high is the same. Pum, it went down. So it was the same, vice versa. If it's going to be opening price at the bottom, right, and the opening price and the low is the same, it works the same manner, okay? So we can see that, wow, there's a lot of fight in the market today, man, for Hang Seng. Wow, I don't know what is happening, but it doesn't look that good at the moment right now. Okay, US side also trading a little bit off below OP, but let's see, okay? This is going to be very incredible stuff, okay? Wow, look at the way Hang Seng is fighting. So overall, Hang Seng Day Chart KSI is green, so it's still going to be more favorable to the buy side. So you can see, right, this is why I say, guys, we have really one of the best systems in the world, I think so. You can tell your friend that KTR -2, -3, and then look at it, the way the market stopped there and rebounded as if they didn't know this position. Oh my God. Think about this. This is crazy, right? Really crazy. Imagine this. This is like you can tell your friend in Hong Kong and tell them this number, and your friend like, what? How you know you're in Singapore? That is my point, okay? That's the value of this. Cool, right? Okay. Anyway, we'll come back to this later. All right. Those who are in Hong Kong trading, right? Just be very careful. Today seems to be very interesting day. Well, in the A50, nothing much have changed. So wait for 9:30 when the cash market opens. Okay. Let's continue with we have talked about Dow Jones already. Look at the Nasdaq, shall we? Nasdaq, Nasdaq is coming down. Maybe that's the reason why. Nasdaq has just came off. Now, Nasdaq yesterday created a new all-time high. Wow, okay. But this all-time high came with BNB. So that's a bit of concerning factor, okay? Let me explain this to you, right? Think about this. BNB, in my opinion, I told you guys, is the boys movement day, right? Big movement day, yeah? So the boys came in. That's why only the boys have the power to create a BNB, okay? Not like us, like, none of us can really do that. So this guy, BNB, come in and then created a new all-time high. And the high is also meant to be the resistance. So what does it tell you, right? The high of this BNB is now the all-time high also at the same time. So which means that, right, probably someone has purposely created this an all-time high to sell. And that is the reason why now I suspect this is what's happening right now. They now are still selling. And of course, today in the Nasdaq, take a look. The opening price of Nasdaq today is 13,961.1. And the high is also 13,961.1. So which means that the opening price and the high is the same. Now, the thing is this morning, Amazon was supposed to have a very good result, right? So it should be able to bring the Nasdaq higher, but it didn't. So that is my point. Something is wrong. So now think about this, right? We have so many companies giving all the good result, right? But the point is the market is not really going up. We do have a new all-time high yesterday, but the market came off. So probably there could be a sign of a sell on news effect, okay? So I'm going to quote here upfront, okay? I know that this is probably going to make some people angry, okay? But I suspect that today Nasdaq will come down to MA30. Today, I suspect that the Nasdaq will come down to MA30 at 13,798 level, okay? I suspect that today the Nasdaq will come down to this point first. So today the market now is at 13,919, right? If the market basically stays below MLP, all right, there is a possibility today or Monday to see the market hitting at least 13,798 level, all right? So I'm giving you a call on Nasdaq right now live. Okay, let's see whether it happens or not. Well, if that already happened, right, then I think Tesla will hit my figure already. The number I said earlier, I think 649, I think. So let's us take a look at this. Okay, so let's us write it down. Nasdaq, if stays below MLP, we might see 13,798. Okay. Disclaimer. Okay. So you see that I'm actually keying my call right now live for you guys. Okay. So think about this. Okay. Let's think about this. Okay. All right. It's for you to just take note. All right. Remember? Okay. So let's look at today Nasdaq, shall we? Hang Seng is still there. Okay. Let's look at Nasdaq first. Day chart. Okay, now for today Nasdaq day chart, right? The opening price is now, that means it's above the pivot one. So logically, above pivot one, above OP is a buy. So at the moment now, Nasdaq is actually now in the so-called uncharted territory because it's between the pivot one, OP and pivot one. Okay. So now, if the market goes below pivot one, that is where the market may actually come down. And of course, you notice this, the pivot 2 is 13,787. Hey, wait a minute. Remember the number I gave it to you? Yes, it's 13,788. Now, I did not actually do homework this morning on this Nasdaq, so I didn't know about this figure on Nasdaq. So which means that, right, there is a possibility if the Nasdaq loses the pivot 1 and it becomes down, right, we can actually see this 13,787, okay, which is actually in line with the MA30 of 13,798. So this is quite interesting. So let's watch this closer. Okay, now I just want to share this with you. If Nasdaq comes down, Hang Seng will come down. I can tell you this upfront. I repeat, if Nasdaq comes down, Hang Seng will also come down. So take note of that. Okay, so that's something that I need to share with you. So watch the Nasdaq very closely for today. Okay, so there are multiple KCV at the bottom here, so I suspect that even the Nasdaq come down, right, it will likely, hover there unless something bad news came out. But there's no other bad news, right? Unless what you have there, no really other companies coming out. So unless something a shocker, okay, I don't think so. So I think that we should have some support around here. Okay, we should see some support around here. Okay, so that is the Nasdaq for you. Okay, all right, let's continue. S&P 500, honestly, S&P 500, well, have been sucking us dry. Well, we've been trying to short this counter, and obviously we've been hit several days. Okay, no lines about it, but we follow rules, just that we control our risk, but still losing money doesn't sound good, right? So anyway, we see a BNB happening yesterday, also a BNB, and this morning also, we have the opening price coming down a little bit, and the MA30 is about 41.40 level for today. So let's take a look and see how the market fare. Well, let's put the MLP first because that will be a very good indication. So MLP for today for the S&P is about 42.01 level. All right, so this is something that I'll be watching out for the S&P because S&P, you notice this, right, is the only counter that went up on its own. You notice the Dow is off from the high. The Nasdaq hit the new all-time high but come out, right? But the S&P is the one that solitary stays up. So which means that, right, actually S&P now is leading the both indicator, both index. That's why, that is why it doesn't make sense because Nasdaq and Dow Jones are not doing that well, but S&P is doing well. So that's why there's selective buying in the market. Very clearly, there's selective buying in the market. So we just have to watch this very closely. Okay. All right, let's look at the S&P for today. Just a quick one. Well, S&P today is opening price between the pivot 1 pivot 2. So you can see the Dow Jones is inverse pivot, but the S&P is a normal pivot. So you can see they are not linked together. They are not linked together, and it's not, they're a different algorithm. That's why you tell me that. Now, the only thing I'm very concerned on the S&P, you realize this, right? The Nasdaq is still KSI green. The Dow Jones is still KSI green, but the S&P is KSI red. Okay, this is not a good sign. You know why? When the market is going up, If the market is going up, right, but the KSI is red under the PTP ruling, right? If the market do come down, the selling could be quite bad. Okay, so I'm going to say this up front. So let's just watch this very closely for the S&P 500. If the KSI continue red, but the price continue to go up, right? Anytime there's weakness, remember, weakness means the market must come down, break the low. When there's any weakness in the market, the sharks will come in very fast. Okay, so now at the moment it's still staying up, it's fine. Because you can see yesterday is the first day that it closed above the cage, right? So logically, S&P should go higher. But if the market goes back into the cage, right, that is where I get a bit concerned already. Okay, got an idea? Yeah, that's how we look at the whole market. Okay, so that is the indices. Now let's look at the DAX market. Now, yesterday DAX really came off. I told you guys, but you see a doji formation. As long as the market stays above the BNB high, you're fine. But you can see yesterday the DAX opened above the BNB high, and then what happened to the next to it? What happened to this? Straight away, when the market basically open and go below the BNB high, straight away there's some selling, right? And of course, when you go past the MLP, yesterday was a doji. I told you before, when you see a doji, the next day usually we see a potential directional day and really the big black bar down. It was actually much deeper, but you can see the market came in supported at the MA30, right? Can you see the MA30 supported it. So that's why the MA30 is so powerful. Okay. So how are we going to look at this right now? Let's just redraw everything. Okay, let me just show you now live how you redraw everything. Oh, sorry. Okay, first of all, where's the nearest BNB? The nearest BNB, if you look at it, right, the is still here, the blue bar, the black bar here. So this is the high. Can you see that? This is the low. This is the BNB, right? And you can see the market actually consolidating around this area. Okay, that is the first sign. Now, the second thing is the MA30, all right? And we have it there. 15,200 will be the MA30, and yesterday closed slightly below MA30. So today DAX may go down further. All right, Uncle Arun, you heard me? Today DAX may go down further. So just watch out for DAX today, okay? Of course, if you're planning to buy later, right, you can see there's common low here itself, about 15,100. So you can consider watching there, Uncle Arun or Colin, all right? So 15,100 is the typical double bottom here. So watch out for that, okay? And then for MLP for today, MLP, let's put it in. MLP is somewhere around here at 15,270. Okay, so overall it's all right for today. Just be very objective. I don't think today the DAX will be going up. So if DAX come down, it's all right. It will hit the S&P also and whatever you have there, including Nasdaq. So I do suspect that, right, this market is maybe coming off a little bit, okay? Because look at this point, yeah, the market closed at the high, right, at the high and all-time high. Next day, immediate sell-off. So there seems to be some profit taking. So I'm going to put in one more thing for you guys. And this is where you go. Hey, where is it? Where do you went? Hold on. Okay. Now, this is the all-time high indicator. So you can see that, right? If let's say there is going to be any strong support here, if anyone want to buy into DAX, right, I give you a very good number to buy. Okay, this number here. This number is 14,748. Why? That is a 5% marker. Now, do note the reason why am I experiencing concern, because you look at it, this is white candles, okay? And this white candle is beautiful because why? It basically means these are chocolate bars. And these are all fresh chocolate bars, not tested at all. So if there's going to be any program selling in the market just because, you know, I sell, you sell, all right, then there is a possibility to see the market coming down nicely to the point, because the last chocolate bar, you realize that itself, right, it's about here. So I suspect that, right, there is a possibility for the DAX to pull down to 1474.8, okay? Then there might be the support. Yes, if the market stays there, the support may be there. So that's why my opinion is this. All right, be careful on the DAX. If the DAX breaks below the MA30, all right, then you just basically stay out first and wait for at 14,748 level. The 5 number is precise because that is using the high and the 5%. Okay, it's not the average or estimate, it's an exact number. Okay, guys, how many of you will be buying that? How many of you will be buying DAX at 14,748? If you say yes, key the word DAX, D-A-X right now. If you're going to buy DAX at 14,748, please key the word DAX right now. Okay. All right. So I already put in the thing. If you are buying DAX at 14,748, okay, please key the word DAX right now. All right. Let me see how many will do that. Okay. I know Uncle Arun has done that already. How about the rest? Anyone buying DAX? No. I will be buying. If the market really comes to the point 14,748 and I see it stopping there, it's all right. I'll definitely buy. Yeah. Why not? Correct or not? In the bull market itself, the first 5%, I mean, seriously, usually that's a very precious level. Unless the market go beyond that itself, then the next number will be as low as 13,972. Well, for that to happen, the Nasdaq and the Dow must pull back at least 8%. So that's why I don't really think so for time being, unless I'm totally wrong. There's something more to miss the eye. All right. So this one, you have to be very careful on that. Okay. All right. So seems to be only me and Uncle Arun looking to buy. Okay. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, we many are shy, or we are working right now. Shh, must be quiet, huh? Okay. Anyway, let's look at the Hang Seng. A quick one at Hang Seng right at the moment. Here we go. Hang Seng has came down earlier, right? And wow, big gigantic movement. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Cash market has opened, so it's pretty flat at the moment. All right, it's fighting, but you can see the KSI is green in color. The 5 minute. That's why you can see the tail are so long because there's so many buyers in the market right now. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so I cover DAX, cover channel A50, I cover almost everything on the indices. Okay, let's look at our gold. Okay, let's look at gold. Now, gold yesterday, we saw it, right? It declined steadily down to about 1780. Then after that, when the news came out, right, apparently, whoop, the gold price came down $20. Wow, it was an exciting time, man. All right, I'll cover the TWB chart later on. But after that, it bottomed out, right? I told you there's a support at 1763, right? Right, remember? And indeed, straight away, from that very moment, I said that, gold went up all the way. So you see, incredible. All these things, if you remember this, and it's a community, we can help one another, right? I think yesterday, I also believe that the traders also came in to look for buy, right? Okay, so this news, sorry, I didn't update, so I'll move on. Okay, so let's just take a look at the yesterday's gold. Okay, let's just review. Now, gold yesterday opens here. Okay, now the opening price is above pivot 1. So naturally, above OP, above pivot 1 is a buy. Okay, so remember, above OP, above pivot 1, any CCRY, we are buying. But the thing is this, the market must stay above OP. If the market stays below OP, that is a no-no to buy already. Because from OP to pivot 1, this is called the uncertain territory, all right? So usually we don't trade. But if you want to short the market because of whatever reason, then make sure that the BNBs are there. But for you all to trigger the KTR trades, right, the BNB, if it's there, at least it's safer. And also take note, the KSI was green in color, right? So likely the gold will not close at the day low. And you can see that. You can see that, right? This is the KSI. This is the low of the market. And I told you, right, there is a very powerful KCB at 1763. Remember that? Right, I told you there's a 1763, very important, this KCB level at 1763. And of course, the market got supported right there. Remember that? If you remember that, please key the word REM that I said that 1763 is a very strong support for gold. All right, if you remember that, please key the word REM 1763. Put it there. Yes, indeed, right. That was where the gold actually hits and rebounded. Wow. Think about this. You have the tool, my friends. You have all the tools there, and with the morning MAO itself, you just can't miss it. So in the morning, when the market opened, it went up first. As expected, there's a CCRY in the morning. You buy, totally cool. But once it hit KTR plus 1 and stop there, right? I told you before, right? When the market is supposed to be bullish and it hit KTR plus 1 and stop there, you need to be very careful. I said this many times, and I said this this week, all right? So that was the first thing. Now the second wave was here. That is where my concerning factor. Now normally above OP, above pivot 1, CCRY is always a buy, right? But when this CCRY failed and it's single yellow, right, that is where I realized the concern already. And you can see that the the red bar was a very big one, okay? So red bars, KCX all came in to help, but it doesn't bring gold higher, right? So that was a concern factor. Now, once it goes below OP, that's it. Remember, the rule of the game is this. You have to remember, if you're going to buy above OP, above pivot 1, the market has to be above OP. So can you tell me this CCRY, which part does it stays above OP? Yesterday, someone buy here and say, Kel, I bought based on the rule, CCRY and pivot. I said, yeah, you did. You did buy on CCRY above pivot 1, but where's the OP? I said, the OP is here, my friend. Then he told me that because he buy in anticipation that the market will go above OP. Wrong, you can't do that. And the market got a good way to punish you. You see that? Wow. Luckily, he cut loss fast. If not, he lost a lot of money, okay? Then, of course, what happened? This is where it happened again. CCRY, okay? Repeat this CCRY, but this CCRY is below OP again, so you cannot be buying. All right, if you have bought it itself, right, you're just taking a risk, probably buy on KCX, but it's a high risk, okay? Now, the problem comes here. Look at it. Hey, Kel, this CCYR, okay, right, didn't trigger anything, correct? It did not trigger anything. It did not trigger anything, all right? But the second bar, which is the entry bar, trigger. So at this junction here, where my circle is there, this CCYR trigger pivot 1. And this together is a CCYR at the color, is a color change at pivot. So can you short go? Yes, you can short go because of that, because it is a color change at the pivots. And I said it earlier, so when you see color change at pivot, you can go for it. And of course, truth be told, the gold collapse, okay? Went all the way down from opening price all the way to KTR -3. But if you remember, I told you 1763 is a very important technical point, and you look at it, the market cross back. Once the market cross back CCRY, the market go back up again. You see, guys, this whole thing is right. This system always all is there. You just have to follow through, remember the rules, and wait for your turn to enter the market. We don't need to speculate up or down or figure where you're going or put a fundamental picture. We just remember this. If you are using TWB system, you just wait for your due time to trade, which means that only when everything is aligned and you know that the chance of making money is high, then you go with it. That is all, my friends. That's everything you need for a system. And not going to second guess, third guess, and see what's going to happen, read out some fundamental. You don't do that, okay? You don't need to do that. Okay, so that was what happened to gold yesterday. All right, let's look at the market right now. Hang Seng is still fighting his life over there. Okay, let's look at the gold trading first. Okay, let's look at gold. Okay, now gold doesn't look good, okay? Gold doesn't look good at all. Yesterday, we have a BNB. Well, basically, it was a BNB triggered the MA30 and then rebounded, right? Remember yesterday, the MA30, I stated that as 1760. So 1760, the market hits that and rebounded. That was good. So today is 1760, right? Again, because yesterday on the MA was there. So I put a brown line there. So today is also 1760. Okay, MLP for today for gold is 1776, okay? And now we are at below the 23.6 level. This is not, that's not good. Now, last few days, the market was trading above the trend line that I have, the channel that I have. A bit smaller for you, take a look. Now, this is the channel that I draw, right? Remember? And I thought that you're going to be bullish, okay? I thought that I'm bullish, but at least have my reservation to you guys. But so today, the gold pattern hold on. If the gold goes back into the channel midpoint and also fail to stay above the MA30, right, then we could see some selling already. We could see some selling. So traders, be very, very careful for today's gold, right? But if gold can bounce off the channel, maybe you can look at some short-term buy, okay? Short-term means a quick buy. Now, gold for my weekly chart doesn't look good, okay? It's actually a doji last week, right? So, of course, today, you can see the market is fighting itself. And then they said, for the high to the low, this time around for the Fibonacci, we're talking about the 50% mark. It's about 1762. So that's a strong support level. So yesterday, 1760, 1762, 1763, these three numbers are all the strong support there. That's why when the gold hits there, it rebounded strongly from that point. So these three numbers, write it out somewhere, 1760, 1762, 1763. Okay, write it down. Gold, strong, support, okay, right for you, at 1760, 1762, and 1763. Okay, all right, I've given you the level for gold to watch out for. The levels are there. So you just take note of that, okay? Meaning what? If the gold comes down, it may go to this 3 level. So if you're short selling today, then you can actually look at that to buy back. If you're going to buy from the bottom, these 3 numbers, watch out first. The market must stabilize first, then you can buy, okay? You don't just put a buy limit. Buy limit is dangerous because it can smash it through. Remember, strong support, if it breaks, become a strong resistance. So don't put a buy limit there. Don't put a buy limit there. Just let it be there at alarm level. When the market smash right down towards those levels, right, look out for buying when it actually stabilize. If the market don't stabilize, that means the market can go down lower, okay? This is very, very important. Now, silver yesterday did a BNB. I thought yesterday silver was going to way up, right? But it did a BNB and reversed down. So this is not good. And silver, although it's above the 2 MA, right, today is coming off. So overall, doesn't look good at all. So traders for silver tells you already, right? If silver not doing well, gold, of course, can't be doing too well too, okay? All right, so that is very, very important. I just saw Hang Seng coming down. Okay, Hang Seng is coming down right now. Okay, most likely we'll see Hang Seng trading this point that I told you guys just now, likely up on the way. Oh, it's coming down already. Likely to hit this point here itself at 28,893. Okay, I suspect because now the Dow is also tapping down to 34,000 level. So I suspect that the Hang Seng will come down to this point. Okay, let's see whether I'm right later on. Let's see. Okay, so this is our goal for today. Now, our goal for today, I say we have a BNB, all right, we have BNB followed by a CCYR. So by logic itself, right, gold should be going down lower. But today, the market opening price is above pivot 1. So that means that now you can't do buying because it's below pivot opening price. So if gold do later on break below 1764, do watch out for color change on the intraday. If the intraday do have a color change, right, then you can use for buying or selling. So take note of that. Color change, you must look at it and look for buying or selling. Okay, not necessarily must be buying or selling. Okay, it's coming down. Hang Seng, I think it's going to tap that level already very soon. I'll come back to this later. So take note of that for gold. All right, so today gold, watch out for that. There is a strong support at 1763. It has tested and supported for many time already. So this gold must hold above 1763. Okay, must hold. Okay. If not, the next level could send gold down very badly. If gold cannot hold the 1763 level for some reason, then the gold can come down all the way after if you breach pivot 2 especially, it can come down to 1736 level. Okay, this is going to be very scary. Okay, so traders, I will say this. Okay, if gold breaks 1763, right, the first level it go is 1747. That's a pivot 2. If the market also break 1747, then the next level could be 1736 for today. All right, so watch out for that, okay? So if 17, based on TWB chart, if gold cannot hold 1763, the next support is 1747 and 1736. Okay, guys, see, I keep everything for you already. Okay, so please do that. Wow, Elsa says she's a shock. Waiting for it. Okay. Hang Seng, okay, getting nearer and nearer and nearer. Okay, those who, for whatever reason, if you shorted the Hang Seng, all right, just take note that to buy back at here. KTR -3 for today, good enough. KTR -3, good enough. Okay. Okay, just king something to a friend of mine, 893. Gosh, sorry, guys. sometimes it's that I've been telling people what to do, people will just can't understand what am I telling them. Okay, never mind. Thank you guys for waiting. Okay, thanks. Oh, it's okay. Oh, what happened? Wow. Okay, it tripped. Oh my God, it really tripped already. Okay, guys, congratulations for whoever shorted the market, right? If you have shorted the market, okay, congratulations. The Hang Seng has hit the KTR -3 level just when about flipping the chart over. Oh gosh. Wow, yes, Mandy, right? Mandy, now you are going to be a Hang Seng new trader on the block, right? Congratulations, Mandy. Okay, well done. Okay, those who have shorted the Hang Seng, if you have shorted, please consider the buyback now, Hang Seng. If you have shorted Hang Seng, please consider the buyback, okay? If you have shorted Hang Seng, if you have shorted Hang Seng, please consider the buyback at KTR. Okay, see, I'm going live talking to you, and you see that the market really stopped there and rebounds. Okay, incredible. Okay, guys, go for gold. Do take note of that. So watch out for this. Okay, watch out for this. Remember, today day chart is a sell, by the way, CCYR. Okay, for the day chart for gold. Okay, all right, cover that on gold. Last one will be crude oil. Yeah, I know that. Don't worry, I remember that. Now for crude oil today, also good sign. Let me confirm the pivot first. Yeah, can confirm. Today, the market opening price is actually below pivot 2, and now the market is actually below OP, right? So today, crude oil may come down. Now, if crude oil comes down, usually the stock market will come down also. So traders, be very careful on that, okay? That's why today, I don't think this DAX will be going up much. Okay, for the gold, crude oil, the MA30 is here, so it's still okay. Overall trend is up, but today there might be some profit taking. Okay, so if you can wait for a lower price to buy, that'll be a better choice. All right, the trend is still pretty strong at this moment right now. Okay, right. Thank you, Susan. Right, spot on, huh? Okay, all right, cool. Okay, guys. Okay, that is why we want you guys to do this with us. Okay, so that will be all for the part 1. Yay, part 1 is over already. We're going to the alternate market views. So if you think that you have enough, all right, you want to hear the bull side of the market? I think I've done it. You can now leave the group chat. If you're still staying on for the alternate market views, okay, give me 10 seconds. I'll come back here. All right. 10 seconds later, if you're still here on, means that you are ready to listen to something else. It's called the alternate market views. Congratulations to those who make money, Hang Seng. Congratulations to you. Okay, apparently it's serious. I do see that people actually left. This one was about 86 people, now it's at 77. So is it true that people doesn't want to hear the negative side or the alternate market views? Maybe so, right? That's why it's good to tell people. So at least they prepare themselves. Don't want them to get confused or get misguided. Okay, guys, let's continue for the alternate market views. Since you're staying on, let's continue, right? Okay, now this is why am I concerned today. You look at it, Apple shares went up first because of the good earning, right? But after that, you see it gave back almost all the gains. So in short itself, is what the news said about is the market is up because Apple. It's a bit of BS in a way. You understand my point? So to me itself, right, this is not a healthy thing. Because why? Look at it. The earnings are fantastic the last few days. Really incredible. All right. Yes, the Dow went up, the Nasdaq went up, but it did not create all-time high, or even it did not stay there. So that is my first concern. So, and the earnings are fantastic. It's at the highest ever, right? So the question is this, can they even replicate this for next quarter? You tell me yes, then fine. But we all know that the reason why it could have replicated is because of share buyback and a lot of money that came down from the top. So with this helicopter money, right, and that is why the stocks are going up, right? What if they taper, or what if they cannot replicate? That's my point. Number two, look at the COVID cases around, all right? I just cannot understand this. How can America open up the country when other people are having it, all right? Especially like India itself. So of course, maybe you tell me that they have a very good, what they call defense. Then I'll ask Singapore. Singapore have a great defense, and what's happening right now? It just need a slip, and that's what it happened. So all I can say is this: I'm getting uncomfortable, but again, I will not call for sell yet unless the technique calls for it. But I will tell you, my friends, for those who long, please consider to put SWL along the way. Just protect yourself, okay? Now look at the copper price in the LME, right? Wow, look at it. The copper price is now at this all-time high again. But the last time we saw it in 2011, that was the time whereby the dollar basically depreciated. Do remember this. The reason why back then, why copper was so high was because the dollar depreciated. The time the dollar was sold down, because basically, remember, that's how the gold went up, right? To this 1009 back then, from a low of 800. Because of that move, right, that was where the copper shoot up. So back then, do note the crazy part is that at the time the dollar went down to 76, no, my friend, 76. So it was only when the dollar hit 76, then we have the incredible movement here. Now, where are we with dollar now? Now dollar is 90. We are so far away. So which means that, right, if the dollar really depreciates to 76, right, do you know how high will the copper goes up? I tell you, it will cross the 10,000 mark easily. Copper will cross the 10,000 mark easily when the dollar do depreciate further. So that is the reason why this is crazy. This is really uncalled for. And of course, when copper is so expensive, what happened to the rest of the whole world in terms of infrastructure costs? It will cost even more, right? So that's the reason why I'm telling you this. We are in for a very big bull run, if I'm right. If the next 6 months is out, right, if the US dollar depreciate very badly, right, I can tell you this, watch out for gold. Gold will go to the sky, I tell you that. Okay, really, I'm not kidding you. I'm putting this in recording. All right, so that's why I say wait for a while. When the gold comes down a little bit more at the bottom, maybe you can do some little small buying, okay? All right, now this is the SPY versus SPY skew. All right, what is SPY skew? Okay, basically SPY skew is the option side of the market for SPY, that is the S&P, all right? So you can see that whenever SPYQ goes down, all right, later when S&P goes up, right, eventually the S&P comes down. So every time when SPYQ go down, you can see that the S&P goes up, right, but eventually it will have to fall. So it happened many times, and today, now what do you see, eh? Apparently now, right, the SPYQ is coming down, all right, apparently, but the market is not reacting. Okay, that is where the big concern is. Why it's not reacting? Because either it's delayed, or because it will happen next week, or because someone just don't care, don't bother, just call it up. And I told you why S&P is up, despite no matter how Nasdaq and Dow Jones is down, right? The S&P went up. So that's why for S&P traders, right, recently we get hit because you know why? You're fighting with someone that is really not playing fair. But again, how long can they play, right? So the last one for today is this SPY put and call spread. This one I got it for you. Okay. So why am I putting this? If you look carefully, it's all right. Whenever the SPY put call spread goes to the high point, right? I checked already. Every time it goes there, right, that is always the bottom of the market. Yeah, the bottom of the market. And after that, the Dow will go up. Yeah, the S&P will go up and stuff like that. So this is very good, actually. You can go and key this word SPY put and call spread. All right, get this website. And then after that itself, right, you can actually look at this. Very accurate. Every time when this indicator, right, go past, let's say 12 or 13, right, it always able to catch the bottom of the market. So vice versa, right, when it's at the bottom itself, right, now we'll be bottom for a few days. I suspect that, right, reason why I think that the Dow Jones or the equity market may be going down, or at least for a small correction soon, okay? So that's the reason why I'm doing that. Then, of course, I look at what happened to this Northern trader. You can see that this is the New York Stock Exchange, the advance and decline indicator. So what is happening right here is, right, this is the S&P 500 chart. Now look at it. When the S&P hit 42 and when it gap out, right, 2 days ago, or yesterday, sorry, the advanced decliner was at the high. But when the market finished up and closed back to the same level, can you see that? When the market actually closed back to the same level, you notice something has changed. Can you see that? This is where it gap out, right, in the morning. Then eventually they pump it up to close near the same level, right? Okay, but what happened to the advanced decliner? You look at it. Wow, big difference, my friend. Big difference. So that means that, right, the buying itself is definitely very, the buying itself, right, is actually what we call as selective. So this buying is not real. It's actually selective buying just to push the market up. So that means that, right, this is a divergence, and this could be very scary. That means that someone is actually trying to manipulate the market. And if the market manipulation cannot hold back long enough, right, we could see some very terrible stuff. Okay, all right, this is something to watch out for. And look at this. This is the S&P 500 stocks versus the 200 MA for the individual. Now we are now at the record level now. The component stock now versus the 200-day MA, right? 96.99% of them, right, is now way above the MA 200%. All right, this is very incredible. So this is basically means the market is stretched until 97% at the beginning. So 97% of them is now stretched to the highest point. So if the market stretched to the highest point, so what do you think? Right, it's just eventually anytime it just let go, it will slam. Okay, so that is my point right here itself. So guys, I'm just informing you, whether you believe it or not, right? You look at it. Look at the numbers here, 87, 70 plus. Okay, look, every time when it reached there itself, right, what happened to the S&P 500? Now, it's not say 100% this will work, but I'm just informing you, you don't want to be caught. Then after that, you do the blaming game. Because back then, right, when it was here, let me just show it to you. Why am I concerned? When it was at 87, okay, 87%, the S&P actually went, or the Dow Jones S&P actually went up for another few more days before it collapsed. So again, maybe we may see a little bit more, then come off. I don't know. Okay, maybe we hit 41, 4,200, then maybe come down. I don't know. All right, but I'm telling you already, instead of getting upset, you should be watching yourself. Consider to build a portfolio to just do hedging or protection. Okay, this is very important stuff, my friend. Very important. You really must take note of this sharing. I can tell you this: no one in Singapore will do this for you. I'm very sure of that, because it takes a lot of effort to do this. Yeah, of course. All right, and this is the number of consecutive days that the S&P 500 is trading above the 200 MA. Look at it. The last time was in 2004, 2 consecutive days. Then after that, in 2009, there's a couple of them. There's about 8 consecutive days. But now in 2021, oh my God, the consecutive day is 17 to 18. That is incredible. I mean, this is like double. Okay, fine. This is double of it. So that means that there's so many doubling effect. And what happened after that? Market came off. So every time when this happened, right, the market will come off. So are we near there as well? I think we are pretty near there. So traders, just be very careful. Please, even you are chasing after stocks, right? Please make sure you are doing it correctly. All right. I just want you to be safe. There's no benefit for me if you are actually, getting it wrong. Just only that you don't want to be caught at the top, and then things get even nastier. All right, that will be all for today's MAO. I really hope that you like this sharing. It took me some time to do this, but if you like it, just give me all the thumbs up or the like button, and or give me some nice comment on the comment box. I will really appreciate that. Okay, guys, thank you guys once again. I hope you enjoyed today's MAO. That will be all until 2 p.m. We do the afternoon MAO. All right, take care. Have a great day. See you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.